So thanks everybody for being here today. This is Sahaja Yoga Meditation. This is our first live broadcast to Shreveport, so I want to thank the West Shri Library and Sandy for hosting us today. And I hope everyone enjoys today's meditation. So thank you so much for being here. My name is Brad. This is our Dallas Meditation Center. A little bit about Shreveport. We take monthly trips out there to visit the people of Shreveport and teach classes in their library system. And so we're doing something new. We're going to actually once a week broadcast live from here, so you can join us here in Dallas. So again, thank you all for being here. I'm going to do an introduction today. In case this is your first time practicing this meditation. So we'll start with that. We have a new person here today, and maybe there's somebody new in Shreveport, and so we'll give a little bit of a background of how this meditation works. So there are lots of different types of meditation. Maybe you've tried other types of meditation. I want to talk a little bit about what makes this specific meditation unique, Sahaja Yoga Meditation. So you can see the name is Sahaja Yoga Meditation. So Sahaj itself means born with you. It means built inside of you. It's a Sanskrit word, born inside. And yoga, as we know, the word yoga means union or connection with something higher than yourself. So put those two together, Sahaja Yoga, everything you need to have that connection, you've already got it. It's already born with you. It's inside of you already. Then the meditation part, we'll talk about that. What is meditation? And how does meditation help us in our daily life, and how is that connected to Sahaja Yoga? So we have a chart here. I want to talk a little bit about this chart. Have you ever seen something like this, Jyoti? Is this new to you, or? Yeah, okay, yeah. It's pretty becoming fairly common that people are starting to understand or see something similar to this. What we call this in Sahaja Yoga is our subtle system. Our subtle system consists of, this is the basics of it, 7 centers of energy. They rise up along our spinal column. You can see on the chart, they all have different colors. They're placed at different places along our spinal column, and they rise up. And they all have a different quality too associated with them. You can see on the chart. Each chakra, another way to look at this system, other than energy centers or chakras, is it's your autonomous nervous system. So these centers are the nerve plexuses of our body. So we have these areas in our body where all of our nerves are bundling together, and we know about these in medical science, our solar plexus and so on. And so these centers, they are regulating, or they're responsible for our physical health, our mental health, our emotional health, spiritual health. Everything about us, every aspect of us is related back to the health of these centers inside of us. You also notice on the chart, there are 3 lines, 3 colored lines, a blue, a yellow, and a white line. These are channels of energy. So 7 centers of energy, 3 channels of energy. A little bit of the channels. The blue channel, it's on this left side. So this has qualities too. It's the channel of our desire, our past, and our emotions on the left side. The right channel is our channel of our action and planning, and it's our future. So all of the left side, you could say, the things that we want in life, our desires in life. We want a healthy life, we want a good job, we want a happy family. All of those things that we desire come from this left side. And the right side is, how am I going to achieve that? You know, I want a good job, I'm going to have to go to school, I'm going to have to study, whatever those things might be. How am I going to achieve my desires in life? So the right side is the planning. There's one more line, that's the middle, where the centers are placed. That is the white line that you see on the chart, and that is the present. So past, future, present in the center here. In the present moment is where we grow, we achieve our ascent in the center. We need to be balanced, not on the left too far, not on the right too far. A little bit of a Goldilocks situation, you know, not too hot, not too cold. You want to be balanced to be in the center, and that's where we can change and improve our lives. So we're all a little bit different on the inside, the health of our centers and channels. And so we might have very strong centers inside of us. Maybe we're very creative. Maybe we're very compassionate. Maybe there's some centers inside that aren't functioning as well as they could. You know, we're all human. And we might not even realize that, actually. We may not even realize what might be strong and what might need some work inside. But again, we're feeling every day in our lives the health of our centers. So if we're feeling down, or we're feeling anxious, or we're feeling, stressed, we're not feeling satisfied in life, we're not forgiving, we're holding grudges, we're whatever the case might be, it's just reflecting back again the health of our centers inside. We don't make that connection. How am I feeling, and how is that reflected in how this system is balanced or imbalanced? Does this make sense so far, Jyoti? Okay, so we've got this center, we've got these centers, we've got this system inside of us. It's crucial to how we feel every day. The question is, how do we get this into balance? So if there are imbalances inside that I'm aware of or not aware of, how do we become more balanced? How do we become our best? And there is something else inside of us. Other than these centers and channels that you see, there is, if you see at the bottom of this chart, there is a little triangle. And inside of this triangle, this represents your sacrum bone. This is where our Kundalini lies. And have you heard of Kundalini, Jyoti? Okay. So Kundalini, again, that's something else that people are becoming more and more familiar with. I would say that there's a lot of information about Kundalini out there. There might be some fake news about the Kundalini. The Kundalini is something that, it's very simple. It's a comforting, loving energy inside of every one of us. That's all you have to know. A loving, comforting energy, and it's a dormant energy. This makes us human. Every human being has Kundalini inside of their sacrum bone, and it's dormant in 99.9% of us. It's, however, an intelligent energy, and she, because this is a mothering energy, we refer to her as she, or mother energy. She is just waiting for the opportunity to be awakened, to be awakened. She's waiting for that chance. She has a desire. She has her own desire, and her desire is to rise up along your spinal column, to rise up along the central channel, again, the channel of our growth, and reach this point here, and give you that connection, the yoga part of our name. That's what she wants to do. She's really anxious to do that for you. So when she rises, if there are any imbalances that we have inside, whether we're aware of them or not aware of them, she starts to work on these things. She starts to automatically start to balance you out and remove anything that isn't conducive to your personal growth. She takes care of those things. So again, think of it sort of scientifically maybe as this is your autonomous nervous system. So I love that autonomous, because it really does work automatically. There's no effort really required in this meditation. The only effort really is that you just express your desire. So that there is one little key. There's one little key. Again, your energy, your Kundalini is dormant. She's waiting for the opportunity to help you, like a mother. She knows exactly what's going on inside. So she knows exactly where you need that little extra attention. So she's waiting for that opportunity, but all she needs to get the go-ahead is your desire. So coming here today, going to the class and report, that's expressing your desire. It's that simple, really. It's very simple. So once you express that desire, then the energy starts to rise. So what about meditation? So this is what's going on inside of us. What about meditation? So meditation is a state. Meditation is a state where your mind is quiet, the quietness in your mind. That's what we all want to achieve, that even for just a little bit, even a few seconds of that state of meditation is going to greatly, greatly help you. If you can achieve that state every day, then the more of this meditation the more of their energy starts to rise, and the more and more of the benefits you feel. There's like a positive cycle starts in this meditation. You start to feel the benefits, and you enjoy the benefits, people notice the benefits, and you want more. You want more. So your energy rises. I want to mention this center right here. The center right here. Our left and right channels come up here, our desire side, our action side. They rise up and then they cross over here at this point. This is important because when your Kundalini is rising, again, she's balancing out these centers. But when she reaches this point here, it's blocked. It's blocked. It's also already a very narrow center here. It's like a gate. It's very narrow. And what happens is this past comes up, crosses over, and you could describe this part of this chart as your mind. So this is the past of your past experiences, your conditionings, you could call them, and thoughts come from here. Thoughts come from here. Thoughts are bubbling up from the past. Same thing on the right, it's the opposite. Our future side, our action side, the things we're planning to do, this is rising up too and crossing over. So this is our ego, and all thoughts are coming from here too. So thoughts are bubbling up from both sides. And this puts pressure on this center here, puts pressure right here. And so again, your energy gets blocked. However, when we forgive, and we let go of the past, let go of the future, let go of the plans, let go of everything, then your energy can cross over here. So when that happens, then you begin to experience that state of meditation. It begins to happen automatically, because your energy crosses over and pushes between your thoughts. So thoughts rise and they fall, and they rise and they fall. In this day and age of Twitter and Facebook and Snapchat, we don't feel the peace between the thoughts much. It's just one thought after another after another. Your energy, your Kundalini, this loving energy that we have inside, she elongates that space. She makes it longer so you can feel it. You can experience it. And that may just happen for a few seconds, but that is called thoughtless awareness. Thoughtless awareness. So something to be aware of as you experience your meditation today and as you continue, is my mind getting quiet even for just a few seconds? Just for a few seconds. Just be aware. And it might take some time. It might take some time. In my experience, it took a little while. Every time I meditated, at the beginning, I felt relaxed. Again, think of this. This is your nervous system. Your energy is soothing your nerves. She's bubbling up. She soothes your nerves. You should feel relaxed. The more you practice, the more it starts to work. It doesn't require, again, a lot of effort. It's just sort of relaxing and letting go and just enjoying the experience. So your energy crosses here. Your mind starts to get quiet. One more thing, one more step from here to here. So you can see this center here on top of our head. This is where your soft spot used to be. Somebody named this fontanelle bone. So that means little fountain. Your energy rises up and literally like a little fountain comes out here. You might begin to feel that too. A little bit of warmth or coolness on top of your head as your energy creates that connection for you. So when that happens, integration is the quality here. All of these centers, all these qualities that you see, they all integrate at the top of your head. So you become fully integrated, your spirit, your mind, your body, everything, and you achieve that yoga. And what does that mean? What does that mean to achieve that yoga? Well, first of all, there's a term for that in Sahaja Yoga. There's a lot of terms. We won't have a test later, but this is called self-realization, in case you hear that again. Self-realization is when your energy reaches the top of your head and you get that connection. So when that happens, again, you have a new sort of dimension in your experience of life. This system that perhaps we didn't really understand, or we didn't know what was going on inside of us, we begin to feel it. We begin to understand it more deeply. So it's like plugging in the lights. It's like plugging in the lights when this energy reaches the top of your head. You plug in the lights and all these lights start to come on. And you can start to feel it for yourself. It's your own personal experience. It's your own experience. And you begin to feel it. One place is on your hands. So the chart you see, there's color coding on the fingertips. And every chakra is connected to our fingers. Our hands are very sensitive. There's lots of nerves in our hands. Again, this is our nervous system. And you can begin to feel where your energy is working inside. You can start to feel this health of your own centers. So it's no longer a mystery what's going on inside of you. You know for yourself. And there are things you can learn in this meditation that we can teach you, little things to help assist your energy so that you can get more and more balanced of your chakras. And why? Why do you want to be more balanced? Why do you want to be more balanced? The more balanced you become, the easier it is for you to get into that state of meditation and experience that quietness in your mind. So you want to be as clear as you can get, just so that you can feel that. The goal is to experience meditation. Right? So that is the basics of how this meditation works. It's very simple. That was a lot of information, but it's built inside again. It's already there. It's just a matter of practicing, learning it for yourself, experiencing it for yourself. That's really key too. This is your own personal experience. I can stand here and explain it to you, and you will meet Ajit if you haven't already, and he can do the same. But it comes down to how you're feeling it. You're feeling it for yourself. Does anybody have any questions? No questions? Okay, great. Good timing. All right, so we will, for the next hour, we're going to have a few different sessions. So we're going to have a first meditation session, and in that session, I'll lead that one. We will touch certain parts of our right hand on the left side of our body, touch these different chakra points, and it's a guided meditation. After that, we'll listen to a short talk of the founder of this meditation, Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi. She's the lady that you see in the photograph, and we'll do a little bio as well on Shri Mataji, and then we'll follow up with a last meditation that Ajit will lead. So what we're going to do for this first meditation, if you are watching from Shreveport or watching from home, just sit tight for a moment. We're going to do in this meditation, you don't need to do this, but here in the center we can do this, and so we will. There's a technique to help us feel more relaxed and balanced, and that's called foot soaking, where we get a tub of water, we fill it with salt water, and soak our feet during the first meditation. So that'll just take a few minutes for us here in Dallas to go and fill up our tubs and come back. So if you're in Shreveport or watching from home, you can just sit quietly. Again, bear with us, about 5 minutes, we'll come back, and then you can all join in the meditation together. So I think we'll move on to that now. So we'll all go back in the back room, and then we'll come back out and give some instructions about the first meditation. So thank you. All right. Thank you all for being patient. We're ready to do our foot soak now. Before we get started, there's a couple of things, some instructions and some things I want to talk about. So let's talk about what is a foot soak and what exactly are we doing. So maybe you saw there was a slide up while we were filling up our bowls. What this does is, in Sahaja meditation, it's a very natural meditation, Sahaja Yoga meditation. We use the 5 elements in this meditation to help us feel relaxed, to help clear out our system as well. And so what we're doing when we soak our feet, we're using 2 of those elements. The water element and the salt element is the earth element. Salt is the earth element. So earth and water together to help us relax, to help clear out the lower centers. I think I mentioned that on the slide too. These lower chakras that we have in particular are cleansed by this foot soak. So here's our little foot soak kit, if you're wondering in Shreveport what you need. A little simple bowl like this. This is something you can pick up at any grocery store or Target, something simple. If you want to buy this and you want to use it only for your foot soaking. You don't want to have dual purpose that you're using it for storage or cleaning or anything. Yeah, don't wash dishes in this. Your feet are going in this. Keep it just for your foot soak. And you'll need some salt. So we use like rock salt that you can buy at Lowe's or Home Depot. We get a big bag here at the center because we have a lot of foot soaking going on. I get the little box of ice cream salt. It's coarse salt. It's on the bottom shelf of the grocery store because it fits in the cupboard, but it's coarse. Any kind of salt will work though. Table salt is fine. The coarser though, it gets a little bit more of that earth element, so that's why we use the coarse salt, but you can use table salt. If you want to use Epsom salts, that's fine, but throw in some table salt too. You want to have that salt. We're trying to recreate the ocean basically. So you want to have that. So those 2 elements, the water, lukewarm, up to about your ankle. And you want to also have a fresh cup of water next to you to rinse your feet after the foot soak, and then something like a towel or paper towels or something, just to dry your feet. After your foot soak, we take the water, we don't put it in the sinks, we flush it down the toilet. Think of it that way. Just get rid of that. Again, flush it and dry this out and just save it for your next foot soak. This is a wonderful, wonderful thing to do. It'll help you get deeper in your meditation and something to do every day, especially before you go to bed. Well, we won't go into much more of that, but this is basically what we're doing that you can't see right now. This is the foot soak. All right, so the foot soak is one part of this. There's something else, and you don't need to foot soak for this. So we're all going to join in this at home, in West Shreve, and here at the library. So this is just a meditation where we're going to use our left and right hand. We're going to put our right hand, this action side, on the left side of our body, where these different centers are located, on this desire side. Again, we want to express that desire for our energy to rise. So I'll just walk you through that, just so we're all on the same page. It's pretty simple. We'll put our hand over our heart like this, and then underneath our ribs like this, and then on about our hip level. Chakra number 2, you can see on the chart behind me. Then back underneath our rib cage, then back over our heart. And then we have a center right here in our throat. This is an important center. For this one, we're going to take our hand and just put it on the side of our neck like this. You can turn your head to the right like I'm doing. That way your hand fits nicely right here. We have this one here that we talked about. We're going to just put our hand across our forehead like this. We're going to put our hand on the back of our head too. Same center on the back. So for this one, you just put your hand on the back, lift your head up. Eyes will be closed like this. And then the last center is right here that we talked about. So for this one, you take your right hand and you can stretch all your fingers apart. You can see like I'm doing, my fingers are stretched. And we're going to put the palm of our hand at the very crown of our head. And you can see I've got my fingers stretched. My hand isn't gripping my hair like this. I got my fingers stretched apart. So that's how we'll place our hand here, and then we'll massage our scalp, and we'll talk through all of those things. So that's how the first meditation will go. One more thing before we get started, and that is at the beginning of our meditations in Sahaja Yoga and at the end of our meditations, we always do what we call raising our Kundalini, raising this energy that we have inside of us. We want our energy to rise We want to express that desire. We want our energy to rise, and we want our energy to come up here and to stay up here. So I'll show you all how we do that. We can put our right hand in front of our body. So left hand and right hand, but left hand, put your palm of your left hand towards your body, and your right hand goes in between. Yep, just like that. Right hand goes in between, and then you start to rotate your right hand outwardly, up over your left hand, outwardly. Perfect. And then you take both your hands up to the top of your head, tie a big knot on top of your head. So you want your energy to come up, stay up here. So we do that one time, then we do it a second time. Right hand rotating over and outwardly over the left hand. Come up again, tie 2 big knots on top of your head. And then a third time. We have 3 channels of energy. We do this 3 times. Third time, 1, 2, 3 knots on top of your head. That's first part. Second part is call it a shield, a bandhan, an arch over ourselves for each one of these centers that we have. Our centers are very sensitive. The system is very sensitive. So we put like a shield over ourselves for each one of these centers. So we start by putting our right hand. Left hand is basically at hip level. Right hand touches our left hand. And then we just make a big arch over our head. Perfect. And then you go all the way back. Okay, so over and back, that's 1. So we go over and back 7 total times. 7 total times. And you can look at the chart, or you can, if you know where these centers are located, you just put your attention on each one as you're making this arch over yourself. It helps to bring your attention inside, helps to relax you. So that's how we begin. Okay. All right. So everyone at home, or if you're watching, you just follow along. Here in the center, we can put our feet in the water. All right, this is the way you can watch, you can see what's going on. So here in the center, we just put our feet in the water. If you're not able to foot soak, you just keep your feet flat on the ground. Okay, so we want to close our eyes. Close our eyes. We open up our palms on our lap. Open palms, eyes closed. And we'll just take a moment to get comfortable. We want to be comfortable in this meditation. So we also want to be sitting straight. So straight back, but not rigid. So relax yourself, settle into your chair, be comfortable. Again, palms open, eyes closed, gently. If you're wearing glasses, you can take your glasses off. So our eyebrows, our forehead are relaxed, soft. Take a moment. Release any tension in your body. Our face is soft. Our neck is soft, relaxed, shoulders relaxed. Arms are loose. Again, palms wide open on your lap. Sitting comfortably. Release any tension in your legs. Let your legs be loose. And your feet, if you're foot soaking, your feet are in the water and they're not touching each other, so keep them apart from each other in the water. So we'll begin. We'll take our right hand and put our right hand over our left heart, our heart on the left side. Like you're pledging allegiance, just place your hand over your heart. Put your attention on your heart. Relax. So we want to begin our meditation by expressing that desire that we have. The desire to experience this meditation for ourselves. So we just say very simply in our heart, my mind is open, my heart is open. Please may I experience the peace, the comfort of meditation. Just express that desire in your heart. Please may I have my own experience and feel the comfort of my own energy. And then, keeping our attention here in our heart and our hand here, we ask ourselves, am I just this body or this mind, my job, my family? Or is there something deeper inside of me? Do I have a higher self? Do I have a higher purpose in life? So the question we can ask here in our heart, am I the Spirit? Am I the Spirit? We ask that question 3 times in our heart. Am I the Spirit? Again, just keeping your mind and your heart open. Am I the Spirit? We move our hand now to the upper part of our abdomen, right underneath your ribs. We just press our hand here. Do press your hand gently. Feel a bit of pressure. Again, put your attention here, right where you feel that pressure of your hand. We'll ask another question about ourselves, a fundamental question about our lives. Am I able to change? Am I able to improve? Can I correct myself? The question here that we ask, again, with an open mind and heart, am I my own master? Am I my own master? 3 times in your heart. Am I my own master? We'll take our hand now, move to the lower part of our abdomen. About hip level, press your hand here. Put your attention here. Every one of these centers, again, has built-in qualities that we may not even know that we have. We may not think we have these qualities. We're not creative. We're not as peaceful as we'd like to be, but every one of us has these qualities inside. So the quality right here, where your hand is knowledge. Pure, positive knowledge comes from right here. It's that deep, inspired knowledge. It comes from inside. Divine inspiration. So to receive that knowledge, to receive any of these qualities that we have, we just simply ask for them. It's very simple. We just ask from our heart. So ask and receive. So here we ask, please may I have pure knowledge. Please may I have pure knowledge. 6 times. Ask that 6 times in your heart. Please may I have pure knowledge. Pure, positive, benevolent. It's all built inside. We're asking our own energy to enlighten these centers and these qualities inside of us. Please may I have pure knowledge. Six times. Let's move our hand now back under our rib cage. Press our hand gently. Put our attention here. We ask the question, am I my own master? The truth about us, every one of us, again, a built-in quality we all have, is the quality of self-mastery, of automatically knowing what is good for us and what is not good for us, and to act on what's right, to do what's right. We all make mistakes, but we can learn from our mistakes. So this is very empowering. So with confidence, we can say, I am my own master. I am my own master. Say that in your heart. I am my own master. And we can say that 10 times in your heart. Yes, I am my own master. Believe in yourself. I can do what's right. And I can discern what is right. I am my own master. And the more we say these affirmations from our heart, say them from your heart, again, believing in yourself, we can move our hand now back to our heart. Put our attention inside of our heart. Really let your attention go into your heart. Feel that depth inside of you. The question we asked here, am I the spirit? That is a fundamental truth about us. Every one of us, in our heart, resides the Spirit. And the Spirit is a reflection of the divine in every one of us. So we can affirm that truth about ourselves, again, with confidence in ourselves. 12 times here. We can say, I am pure spirit. I am pure spirit. Believing in yourself. I am pure spirit. 12 times. With your attention deep in your heart. Above all else. I am pure spirit. Now we can take our right hand and we'll put it on the left side of our neck. We can turn our head to the right. That way our hand fits nicely right in the corner of our neck. So we want to be balanced. We want to be our best. We're all here for a purpose, to better ourselves through meditation. And our energy, our Kundalini, does that for us. However, if we are holding on to the past, we can make that improvement, that change in ourselves, that ascent, more difficult. So we want to let go of the past. In particular, right here, at this point, we want to let go of any guilt we might be feeling. If we feel guilty about the past, we need to let it go. So here, we say, in our heart, with confidence in ourselves, 16 times in our heart, I am not guilty at all. I am not guilty at all. Say that 16 times. I am not guilty at all. 16 times. Let everything go. I'm not guilty. I am my own master. I can correct myself. I can do what's right. I can't go back in the past and change it, but I can change my life going forward. So drop any guilty feelings for yourself as a kindness towards yourself. I'm not guilty. Now we can put our right hand across our forehead, and bend your head down a bit so your head is resting on your palm. Nice and relaxed. With that open heart and with a kindness towards yourself. So here, again, the quality, the power of this center is to forgive. So without thinking of particular situations or people, we just say from our heart, I forgive everyone, and I also forgive myself. I forgive everyone, and I forgive myself. So here, we don't need to count the number of times. It's just the sincerity in your heart to let go. I let go and I forgive. We hold on to so much, and again, it weighs us down. And it creates a block right here. So for yourself, for your benefit, not for anyone else's, just simply forgive. Forgive everyone, and very importantly, forgive yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. Treat yourself with kindness, respect, with love towards yourself. I forgive everyone and myself. Now we'll move our hand to the back of our head. We can lift our head up. We'll keep our eyes closed though, but lift up your head so as if you are looking up at the sky. Your head is lifted up. Hand on the back of your head. This is the same center, number 6, the center of forgiveness. And on this side, the back side, we humble down, humble our hearts, and we ask in our heart, O Divine, please forgive me for any mistakes that I've made, knowingly or unknowingly. O Divine, please forgive me for any mistakes that I've made, knowingly or unknowingly. Again, we just want to let everything go here. All right, now finally, we take our right hand, stretch apart all your fingers. We can bend our head down a bit again and place the palm of your right hand at the very top or the crown of your head. Press the palm down, feel the pressure of your hand, and summon all of your attention here. Put your attention right here where you feel that pressure. And put your heart here, that desire. I want to feel this meditation. I want to experience it and the benefits. Now we'll rotate or massage our scalp with our hand, and we'll make circles, and we'll make 7 of them. The direction we'll move our hand is over to the left, your left ear, down towards your forehead, the front, over to the right, your right ear, and then back. So left, front, right, back. You're making a circle. We'll make 7 again, very slowly, and with each circle, just ask from your heart, please may I have my self-realization when your energy reaches the top of your head. It's called self-realization. We just ask. Again, ask and receive. Please may I have my self-realization. 7 times. 7 circles, 7 times from your heart. Please may I have my self-realization. It's all built inside of you. It belongs to you. It's your right to ask for this. Please may I have my self-realization. 7 times. Now when you finish doing that, we'll take our right hand, just put it back on our lap. Just be comfortable in your chair, eyes closed. Keep both of your palms open on your lap. See if you can keep your attention, maintain that at the top of your head for just a couple of minutes. We'll just sit quietly. Our attention at the top of our head. Our desire in our heart. So let's slowly open our eyes. And we want to end our meditation the same way we began, by raising our energy. So we raise our energy 3 times. Do it with deliberation. And you can, as your hands rise, let your attention rise as well along your spine. When you tie the knots on top of your head, your attention is also at the top of your head. Then your attention goes back down with your hands, and again they rise together. So you can do that 3 times, and then again the 7 shields. Put your attention on each center. So here in the center in Dallas, we're going to rinse our feet and dispose of our water. Again, if you're watching from home or from Shreveport, just sit quietly. Just open up your palms, keep your eyes closed. Give us a few minutes. We'll be back for the second round of meditation. Thank you.
So as we transition to the next segment of our meditation, just a quick introduction to Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi, the lady in the picture that you see. She's the founder of Sahaja Yoga meditation, and she started Sahaja Yoga meditation back in 1970. So for those of you watching from Shreveport, we're just doing a quick intro to Shri Mataji, and then we'll watch a little clip, about 8 to 10 minutes, and then we'll do a second round of meditation. So she started Sahaja Yoga meditation in the year 1970, primarily for one reason. She noticed all around human beings are pretty distressed, living a very stressful life. One thing she knew is the ability to find peace is actually within ourselves. It cannot be found outside. So this is knowledge that she decided has to be shared with every single person on earth. Doesn't matter where you are born, who you are, what religion you were born in, what's the color of your skin. What she said was, it is every single human being's birthright to get their self-realization. And self-realization means awakening of this Kundalini energy that Brad talked about. So that is the basic premise she started with, and that everybody should be able to get it without having to pay for it. So this is not a business. She made sure that this cannot be run as a business. This cannot be run as a means of livelihood. This has to be done voluntarily. So all of us who run these meetings, contribute our time, donate our time, and that's how it runs. And 100 plus countries all around the world. You'd be surprised. And you don't see our ads on TV or big billboards on newspapers, but it goes on. It's a very grassroots thing that is happening. So any questions before we turn on the video? All right, so we'll turn on the video.
And the idea we have got about innocence is that an innocent person is always deceived, can be befooled, and can be always taken for granted. But innocence is a power. It is a power which protects you, which gives you light of knowledge. Knowledge that we have in the worldly sense is how to exploit others, how to cheat others, how to make money out of them, how to make fun of others, how to look down upon others. But the light of innocence is the light by which you know that love is the highest thing. And it teaches you how to love others, how to care for others, how to be gentle about others. It also gives you the light within. It's just the other way around of this avidya that we have in this world. Just the other way around. The avidya outside teaches us competition, how to put the other person down, because it has fear. It is insecure. This knowledge is not secure at all. If it had security, it would not have behaved like this. But the light of innocence knows everything. It has no fear. When we say children are innocent, we mean to say that they have that power of innocence. Many times people have noticed if a child falls from a height, he doesn't die. While a young man may die with a much smaller height. And the child is not afraid while falling. He just enjoys as if there's a parachute coming down, nicely. And then when he falls down also just gets up, laughs, smiles at everyone. He doesn't understand why everybody is worried. Because in that innocence he knows that he's looked after. He's protected. He knows that there is a power which is much higher than him, and he does not have to worry. Then we start putting ideas into the head of the child. And that is how he starts losing his power of innocence. And he becomes a coward. He becomes a cunning fellow. He becomes an unrighteous personality. But still we would say that the innocence of children is innocence of ignorance. In a way. Because they do not know the dangers of life. But the light of innocence knows all the dangers and also knows how to get rid of it. Also knows how to be away from such a person. There was a wise man who was going on a staircase. And there was a stupid man coming from the other side, foolish man. So foolish people are always aggressive. That is one of the signs, because they have inferiority complex. So the foolish man says to the man who was coming up, he says, one had to move on one side. So he says, I don't move for fools, the foolish one says. So the wise man says, I do, and he moved. That's how the light of innocence tells you how far to go with a person, how far to talk to a person, how far to indulge in another person's personality or his problems. Otherwise he deceits. He understands that this gentleman is a stupid fool, so I move for a fool like that. He doesn't pay attention to such a person. He doesn't bother about such a person. This is the light of innocence which gives you discrimination. I would request that first of all we should see how much humble we are. We have to be very humble. And that is your decoration, that is your beauty. So you have your love, which is pure, without any lust or greed. You love others only because you are in love. And then secondly, you are blessed with peace. You are absolutely at peace with yourself. And you will be amazed with peace, wisdom will come into. You will be regarded as the wisest man, wisest woman, because you are at peace with yourself. Only in peace you can discover the truth. You can discover every solution that you want. You become very, very wise and sensible person, outstandingly great than others. You are not like common general people. Then you have joy. Joy is something I cannot express in words, but still, joy, as I have told you many a times, it is singular. It is not unhappiness or happiness. It is just joy. Just you enjoy. You enjoy everything, every company, every incident, every scene, every happening in your life, you know how to enjoy it. See, just joy has a great capacity. Once I remember I had gone with my son-in-law and daughter to see some historical place, and we had to climb a lot. We were climbing for about 3 hours. So naturally we all got tired. And there was a little resting place made of marble. So we said, let's spread out ourselves here. So when I spread it out, you see, they were so much saying, why should we have come here of all the things, this, all that, they were grudging. Then suddenly, this is the joy point. Suddenly I saw the carvings of elephants. So I said, can you see these elephants? Everybody's tail is differently made. They said, Mummy, how could you see the elephants' tails? We are so tired. I said, you also see, you just see that. Because this joy, what it shifts your mind from nonsense. You see, you just say it's all nonsense. You just shift your mind. This is the way you get joy. And goes to the thing that will joy you. Supposing there's a person who is quite boring, then what happens? You just see the humor behind boring, how a person bores you. And what you learn out of it is never bore anyone. So this joy has a speciality, that it teaches you the essence of joy of everything. If it's say a bad film, all right, still you enjoy because you see how bad it is. Supposing, of course, if it's a good film, then you can always see. But you do not go on with your mind how to criticize. This criticism business goes out of your mind. So what happens? Your mind shifts immediately from something that's ridiculous to something interesting in the same thing. So you don't criticize and you don't feel bad about it.
So we'll start with a meditation. So now we'll just deepen this experience of our meditation by simply closing our eyes, keeping our two palms open on our lap. Just relaxing ourselves. The idea is to deepen this experience of thoughtless meditation. So keep your body loose. We begin by placing our left hand on the right hip. The left hand goes on the right hip. And slowly bring your attention to where the hand is. The right palm stays on the right lap. This is the right side of the second chakra, which is the seat of our attention. One of the important or essential elements of meditation is to be able to steady down our attention, make it calm. And this Kundalini, the energy inside of us, has a unique ability to soothe the attention. So here we simply ask, Mother Energy, please remove all the distractions from my attention and steady my attention. We'll say it 4 times. in our heart. Mother Energy, please remove all the distractions from my attention and steady my attention. Next, we move the left hand back on our lap. Now we put our right hand on the belly button, the navel. This is the third chakra, and this is the center of peace inside of us. When this chakra is in balance, we automatically feel peaceful. So we bring our attention here where the hand is. And here we simply ask, Mother Energy, please bless me with peace and satisfaction. We say it 4 times. Mother Energy, please bless me with peace and satisfaction. Next, we move our right hand and place it in the middle of our chest. This is the 4th chakra, the heart chakra. And you heard Shri Mataji talk about the insecurities and how people become competitive because of those insecurities. This is the center of security inside of us. This is the epicenter of all security, all confidence. So we slowly bring our attention here to our heart chakra. There's a lot of strength inside of you. Let this strength express itself. So here we say, Mother Energy, please remove all the insecurities and fears. And let me be a fearless person and a confident person. Mother Energy, please remove all the fears and insecurities. And let me be a fearless and confident person. We'll say it 4 times. Next, we move our right hand. Place the ring finger of the right hand right in the middle of our forehead. Feel the gentle pressure of your finger on the forehead. And slowly massage the forehead in a circular clockwise motion. Top, left, down and right, very slowly. Top, left, down and right. Massage the forehead with your ring finger. And with each rotation we say, I let go and I forgive. I let go and I forgive. Keep our eyes closed, gently, not too tight. When we move our right hand to the top of our head, spread out the fingers. Feel the tightness in your palm. And place the palm on your fontanelle bone, the bone that was soft in childhood. Try not to grip the head with your fingers. Spread out the fingers. And very slowly we massage the head in a circular clockwise motion. Left, front, right and back. Left, front, right and back. 7 times. And with each rotation we can say in our heart, Mother Energy, please establish me in a state of thoughtless meditation. 7 times. Mother Energy, please establish me in a state of thoughtless meditation. Now we'll play some light music and we'll try to sustain the attention at the top of our head. We can bring the right hand down, back on our lap. Relax yourself. Relax the body. Relax your feet and your legs, arms and shoulders. Let them loose. Relax the back and the neck. Relax the forehead and the eyebrows. And relax the face. Try to hold the attention at the top of your head, if you can, without feeling the stress. So people who are at the Shreveport Library, West Shrev Library, you can feel free to end the meditation by raising your energy 3 times and doing the shield, the bandhan 7 times. Those of us who are here at the Dallas Center will continue for another few more minutes. And thank you all for joining from Shreveport. Now we can slowly open our eyes. Raise our energy 3 times. And do the shield, the bandhan, 7 times. Again, here an important thing with our attention. As you move your hand up, let the attention move inside of you, along your spine, from the base of your spine to the top of your head, 3 times. Slowly and deliberately. And as you do the shield, the bandhan 7 times, try to put the attention on each chakra, one at a time. How was your meditation? Good? Very nice. So let's try to feel it on the top of our head. We can put a hand on the top of our head. We can actually feel something cool or warm. Very nice. Raise it a bit up, 6 to 12 inches from the head. Try to move it a little forward or backward. See where you feel it the most. Try it with the other hand. Feeling it? The fingers are feeling cold. Good. Nice. How was your experience, Jyoti? It's good. Feeling quieter? Very nice. Everyone feeling quieter? Okay. So what we've been doing is, the entire session is being webcast live on YouTube and Facebook starting today. So there will be people in Shreveport who will be watching this, and there have been a couple of queries here that if I'm not able to make it for whatever reason to the center, can I still do it at home? Yes, you can. I would still recommend coming to the center. Nothing beats this experience. So please keep coming here to the center. So that's very important, that we sit as a group and meditate together. That definitely does make a difference. A little bit of overview of what Shri Mataji talked about today, right? What she was talking about is the first chakra. The first chakra that is at the base of the spine, which is the foundation chakra, right? The Mooladhara chakra. Mooladhara is a Sanskrit word. It means the foundation, right? And the primary quality that it brings to us is that of innocence of a child, right? You look at a child and everybody feels nice. Doesn't matter which part of the world you are in, right? You look at a child, you feel good, right? Children are very innocent. Even if they fight for something, 10 minutes later they'll be back again playing. How many of us can do that? There you go, see? A 4-year-old versus a 9-year-old already kicks in, right? So that quality of innocence is coming from this chakra, right? So that's why a child is always drawn towards love that they feel. You don't have to say it in words. They get drawn, right? Child will get drawn to a mother or father. Why? Because they feel that love, right? So whenever they feel the love, they get drawn to those people, those things. Even animals, dogs and cats, they feel the love. You can't tell them, I love you, but they can feel it. They can feel it. And you experience, those of you who are animal lovers and have pets at home can relate to it. One of my good friends recently got a pet. I see the transformation there. That how fast you get attached to that little pet, right? That's the love. And they get attached to you. They start, returning that affection. So it's again the quality of that first chakra, the Muladhara chakra that she was talking. And that is a very powerful force actually. And what happens as we grow into adulthood is that coverage gets clouded with competition, jealousy, desire to acquire things. What we are doing is we are covering that innocence with all these different layers of things. Insecurities start coming in. We start to develop that fear of, oh, I may lose what I have. So all of that essentially impacts the strength of this chakra. And we start thinking that, oh, I have to watch out for myself and protect myself. There is a greater force that is there watching out for us. But we slowly disconnect from it. The connection happens because of this chakra, the strength of this chakra. Does that make sense? So that's what she was talking about. That love, that genuine love for people, genuine love for people around you, not having some ulterior motive behind what you do. Even when you help people, right? Having that genuine love and doing it just for the sake of love, nothing else. So that comes from this chakra. So that's the power of the first chakra. Any questions around that? Yeah. All right. Okay. So keep your quietness, take it back home, and thank you all for coming. And those of you watching online, thank you for joining in. We are ending the session now.